first word out of Jesus' mouth in this whole sermon, and obviously the first word in each of these Beatitudes, is that word blessed. Blessed. And really, that is amazing. Because on that word, just so you know, this is the Greek word makarios, which in basic can be translated as blessed or approved or honored or happy. And it has all of those meanings because in essence, this word has really two aspects to it, two aspects. First is the objective part of the word, the objective part. And that just means that this word is talking about how the person who is this is objectively blessed. It's something true outside of them, not just something in their feelings. And in the Bible's context, the blessed person is the person who essentially is approved of by God, accepted by God. Or to say it most simply, the blessed person is essentially someone whom God looks on and smiles, which is amazing. They're blessed, they're honored, approved. And so that's the first aspect of this word. But then second, this word makarios can even be translated as happy because it also has a subjective aspect to it as well, a feelings aspect to it. And this builds on the objective aspect because if the objective outside of us aspect of this word is that God genuinely approves of me, then the subjective feeling becomes, and because of that, I have genuine happiness. And the point is, that's the word that Jesus decides to use over and over. And for us, concerning these Beatitudes then, I think we really need to be careful to hear that word blessed that way. Because let's be honest, on its own, that word blessed can sort of just sound like nice sounding religious mumbo jumbo. But it's not. Instead, really, in each beatitude, Jesus the King is saying, blessed are, meaning these are those who are approved, who are objectively blessed, and these are those who have true happiness. That's how Jesus begins his whole sermon. And by the way, as a quick side note, this word blessed in the Latin translation of the Bible is also where we get that word beatitude from. Beatitude, because in the Latin word for blessed, which is the translation they read for hundreds of years early on, the Latin is beatus. Beatus. And from that we get beatitude. And now knowing that may seem like a small thing, but it actually may be more important for some of us in this room, because that means, to be super clear, it means that a beatitude from Jesus is not attitudes you should be like. The word beatitude doesn't come from the attitudes you should be like. And maybe you've heard it that way, but that literally is just a coincidence and a pun in English. And I think that actually can be sort of misleading because that can make these sound mainly then about us. Or worse off, that can make it sound like Jesus here is starting off his sermon by saying, first things first, here's some attitudes you need to make sure you be like. But that's literally not his emphasis. Rather, the emphasis is Jesus saying, in my kingdom, here are those blessed by God. Here are those truly happy now and forever.